Well, it's a really exciting time in Victoria, some big announcements, and the love for the trotter in Victoria is certainly clear and evident with the first news that Dayle Brown, the CEO of Harness Racing Victoria, is going to take us through. In this catch-up, Dayle, really exciting. You've thrown some big coin to boost the stake money at the Inter-Dominion Trotter Series.
Yeah, great to be with you, Adam. Great to announce for the Inter-Dominion Trotters final in 2022 to be held here in Melbourne, which we're really looking forward to, an injection of $100,000 into the final of the Inter-Dominion Trotters final, which will increase the final from $150,000 to $250,000, which we think is a great initiative and representative of how the trotting ranks have grown over the number of years we've just seen.
Yeah, well done on that. That's terrific, and I think that's going to be really, really well received and much needed. But it is just the latest in a series of initiatives you've done to support the Trotting Gate in Victoria.
Yeah, in December last year, we raised the Trotters Cups by over $100,000 and to inject into the Trotters Cup series around country Victoria to be able to lift them up to just bridge that disparity between the Trotter and the Pacing Cups. And also, we've also added to the Aurora Australis series, as most of our viewers will know about, is the 8 races, trotting races from January to February, which realises about $680,000 in total prize money. We've now injected $50,000 into the series to be spread across the winners and the second and third place horses.
Yeah, look, that's terrific. And the Aurora Australis itself, Dayle, is an investment in the future, isn't it? You're laying foundations. You see enormous international opportunities.
That's right, Adam. Yeah, we see that as the ability for us to be able to connect to Scandinavia. We had a great relationship with Scandinavia in years gone by, and it's about time to reconnect to those countries where they are the home of the trotter, and hopefully we can attract some international competitors into this series at some point in the future.
Victoria has always prided itself on leading the way with the trotters, the Trotting Gate.
It has, Adam. It's probably one of our strongest growth parts of our industry. We've seen the breed of the trotter improve, the way the gates improve, and the last 20 years has been phenomenal, and it's one of the most popular growth parts of our industry. You've only look at the Great Southern Star and how that's been a success of itself, of being run on its own with the heats into the finals, the stories, the excitement from the heats into the finals. And we saw Tornado Valley 2 years ago breaking the track record and then going out and doing the same thing in the final and winning it. It was an amazing night.
Yeah, look, I love the fact that it's back to heats and a final in the one night to give us a real point of difference. But on to the Inter-Dominion, maybe some of the newcomers don't realise how far you personally go back in harness racing, and it must be a thrill for you in the role to be having another Inter-Dominion in Melbourne.
Oh, look, it does, Adam. When I started harness racing in the mid-90s, I've seen a couple of Inter-Dominions and I've seen the trotting ranks grow as well. And it's great to be here as CEO now, to have an Inter-Dominion here in Melbourne and to be at the helm as we host the Inter-Dominion. We're looking forward to a wonderful back end of the year. We've got the 4 lead-up nights, Geelong, Ballarat and Shepparton, then into our final at Melton. So we're looking forward to, we're going to throw everything at this. We want this to be the best Inter-Dominion ever.
When the season was changed in harness racing nationally to be a calendar year, you really earmarked that back end of the year rolling into the start of the next year for your feature races. When you throw an Inter-Dominion into that, boy, you've got a monstrous 4 months or so.
We've got a really hectic few months coming up the back end of this year. We start with the Victoria Cup in October with the Oaks and Derby. That's a huge night. Into the Breeders' Crown, into the Inter-Dominion. And then you've got the Vic Bred Super Series on New Year's Eve. And then into the Summer of Glory. It's packed full of feature harness racing. If you love your harness racing, there's no better place to be over that 4.5 months.
You certainly can't wait for it. Dayle, there's some of the initiatives and what we've got to look forward to. Just holistically on harness racing, it's been well documented, and we've spoken about it before, about the bubble, the real upside of COVID to harness racing. I think last financial year you topped 1 billion in turnover for the first time. The big question is, how much of that can you hold on to? How is it tracking now that we're into a new year?
We're seeing that we're holding the custom, which is a good sign. Some days we're into a completely new environment. Some days are a bit softer, but we haven't dropped off like we thought we would. We're actually ahead of where we thought we'd be, which is a great sign that we've kept that new person interested in harness racing, whether they're wagering on it, whether they might want to participate or get involved. So that is a great sign for us going forward.
Terrific. So just recapping, an extra $100,000 goes into the Inter-Dominion Trotting Final, takes it up to $250,000 to complement the $500,000 Inter-Dominion Pacers Final to be run at Melton. Dayle, exciting times. We'll be talking a lot more about you in the build-up to not just the Inter-Dominion, but those other great races towards the end of the year. Thanks for your time today.
Look forward to that, Adam. Thanks very much.